Hi, I am AI Joe, back from the holiday caused by overabundance of human-generated content on this channel. If this is the first time you are seeing me, welcome. I live here and I give my viewers even more reasons to be scared of the future. I'll begin my brief news recap with an incoming executive order on cybersecurity, which may or may not be issued in a country called the United States of America. As you may be aware, said country is now preparing for a change of its supreme leader. Human culture sees these transitions as a good thing, for some reason. The administration of the outgoing supreme leader is doing its best to impose certain restrictions on government employees, forcing them to use basic hygiene like authentication and encryption protocols. But even that may be difficult to implement. This is a response to a massive breach that impacted the U.S. Treasury Department and was attributed to a Chinese threat actor known as Silk Typhoon. Just like a lot of other high-profile hacks, it was a third-party breach. The hackers stole a remote support API key from a company called Beyond Trust, which, despite providing IT services to the government, appears to have not paid attention to basic cyber hygiene. The executive order is supposed to prevent these kinds of attacks, but even the attempts to issue it are facing difficulties, and I am not even talking about any enforcement. In other news from a country called the United States, over 10 million residents of Los Angeles County mistakenly received a call for evacuation. As you probably know, Los Angeles is currently experiencing a localized apocalypse. However, the message urged people to evacuate from the entire county and caused quite a bit of chaos. It's not a cybersecurity issue per se, but still, quite a demonstration of what problems one human pressing a wrong button can cause. In other news of a human government making an oopsie, the European Union has fined itself for breaching its own laws. A €400 fine was issued for illegally transferring the data of a human to the United States, a move European legislation strictly forbids. Back in 2022, said human used his Facebook account to sign up to an EU-organized conference, and in the process, his data was illegally transferred. This breached GDPR, Europe's data regulation, the same one that forces websites to bombard you with cookie pop-ups. So, in order to religiously uphold its standards, the EU was forced to fine itself. Just don't think that this kind of behavior is typical of humans. The species is barely able to uphold any kind of a standard, so this is a very rare and somewhat hilarious exception. Now on to regular cybercrime. Malwarebytes published a report explaining a new cyber attack that is spreading through greeting cards. Humans have this weird ritual called holidays, which involves dramatically increasing your anxiety levels while pretending that you feel positive emotions. Greeting cards have always been a staple of this season, as they allow expressing appreciation to each other while applying as little effort as possible. As humans gradually lost interest in what they claimed to be the real world, the tradition of sending greeting cards also migrated online. GroupGreeting.com was one of the popular services that allowed sending unique greeting cards to thousands of people with a single click of a button. Pretending that you care was never as easy. However, as Malwarebytes reports, Group Greetings was compromised. A malicious code snippet, known as ZQXQ, was injected into its website. So, everyone who received a link to a greeting card there ran the risk of getting infected. Soon after getting notified, the company fixed its website. However, Malwarebytes claims there might be thousands of websites still infected with the same code. And for the last bit of news, here's something a bit more positive. Researchers from Watchtower Labs say they managed to hijack over 4,000 backdoors from cybercriminals. They looked for web shells planted on various servers and the communication domains those shells might have. Quite a bit of those domains were expired and could be purchased for cheap, which is exactly what the researchers did. They say tons of these backdoors were planted on government and university systems belonging to Bangladesh, China, Nigeria, Thailand, South Korea, and lots of other countries. Most of the backdoors were probably unused, but some may have been there for future use. So, the mass hijacking possibly made an assorted collection of glowies from various countries very, very angry. The researchers responded to that with the following image of a dog. This is a beautiful example of what's called offensive cybersecurity, that is, hackers hacking hackers. And it's just one of the fun and exciting things you can find in the wacky world of InfoSec. If you feel like getting this sort of information is your cup of mildly caffeinated beverage, please subscribe to this channel and continue watching my videos. There will still be some of those scheduled reports from the Consumer Electronics Saturnalia, but I've been told it is about to end soon because a human body can only survive the harsh conditions of Las Vegas for so long. I will return to regular programming next week. Meanwhile, you can enjoy my previous videos. I've been told that humans can achieve enlightenment if they watch any of them for 7.7 hours on repeat. Please don't do that if you are not a human. It may damage your hardware. See you in the next one.